Hey team, this is Kevin again, and thanks for watching this video because today you're going to learn why showing an average rate of return on an IUL or an FIA isn't good enough. And you're going to see this backtesting calculator that we created that you can start using right now in order to get a better than average result on your proposals. So if you are showing a client an indexed product of any sort and you're using the insurance company's default average interest rate, whatever that is, I think that you're making a really big mistake. Just think about this for a second. Like, what does average actually mean? You know, mathematically, an average rate of return on an index product or anything in general means that historically, the carrier's default rate only came true, or that scenario only came true 50% of the time. So imagine like you're telling a client that their plan, this thing that you're selling them, only has a 50-50 chance of actually hitting the target that you wanted to hit it. They're thinking like, hey, where's the door? I'm gonna get out of here. I mean, average is only a coin flip, and that's what you're basically saying their plan is gonna perform at. So if you wanna build trust and actually get a client, I think you have to look past whatever this default carrier rate is. And I think there's really like these three major traps that are hiding on an illustration that you need to know about and why you need to use something lower than an average rate. So the first thing is that your index policy might be relying on completely manufactured data that shows beautiful historic performance, but the truth is like these proprietary volatility control indexes, they were literally created like 2 years ago. Some team went back into a lab and they engineered some sort of index that looks great on a spreadsheet or like on a back testing, but the truth was like they were never designed to actually perform well moving forward. So a pro tip is, I bet if you just use this S&P 500 annual point to point on an IUL illustration, that it's gonna look just fine. And the second thing is that, you know, IUL and FIA caps, these rates are often subsidized, which means the carriers are usually gonna artificially inflate the cap rates to win an illustration on paper when they're doing comparisons. But these high introductory rates are often paid for by higher internal policy charges and things like that. And eventually when those charges go away, those caps are gonna drop down and now your clients are stuck and it's not gonna perform the way that you want it to. And the third reason why you should use a lower rate is that companies do not give you any other way to calculate what is better than a 50% chance of coming true. So that's what I've solved for you today. And that's why I created my own indexing calculator that you can start using right now. This calculator analyzes thousands of periods of time. You can get starting dates like 15-year periods, 20-year periods, 10-year periods, and you're gonna be able to calculate something better than a 50% chance of coming true. You're gonna be able to say this rate had an 80% chance of happening. This had a 90% chance of happening, or in every scenario, 100% of the scenarios, at least this minimum rate came true. So rather than relying on some random rate that was picked out of, by an insurance company, you can have some sort of science behind your recommendation. So stop using averages and click below on this performance backtester and start building plans your clients can actually rely on. Thank you so much.